joined today by Susanne Lauda, Director of Global Manufacturing Technology at AGCO. Now, on to the topic of Manufacturing 4.0. How do you define the term?
Today, we are able to manage large amounts of data. We can collect them and we can analyze them. And the analyzing part, in my opinion, is still the more important one because it's not just collecting data and they are staying someplace and nobody gets information out of it. The very, very dedicated team needs to find out what needs to be analyzed, what needs to be consumed, who has to know what at what point in time. Then with Manufacturing 4.0, obviously now, based on this ability to manage large data, we can now connect all our tools in a smart way. So now they almost work like an orchestra together, whereas in the past they were pretty isolated. Now we connect our IT tools. We can actually connect our tools on the shop floor, and we can get real-time information. We can have predictive maintenance, which in the past was very difficult. In the past, we had to basically have a scheduled maintenance because we were not quite sure at what time the machines would actually need to be overhauled or repaired. We can simulate plant layouts, we can simulate processes. In those simulations, we can optimize our layout, we can optimize our line layout, we can optimize our use of AGVs, we can optimize our use of robots. It's not just investing into an AGV or into a robot. I've been to facilities where they had heavily invested in robots. However, half of the robots were not working at the time because they had poorly planned the application of those robots. Or if you have AGVs, autonomously guided vehicles, if you have those on the shop floor, a lot of companies have issues that they either have too many or not enough, or that they have bottlenecks or don't really optimize the runtime of those. So this is something that you now can simulate ahead of time, and you make much, much more sound investments into those technologies based on the results of those simulations. We can have real-time information related to what's going on the shop floor from the supervisor of the line all the way up to our CEO. And it's indeed real-time information. It's not what happened last week. It is what is happening now. How do we have to intervene now to make things better, to correct an error, to correct an issue? So that's also something that is of great importance. And last but not least, I talked about robots. The human-machine interface obviously has also greatly improved since the introduction of Manufacturing 4.0.
What are some of the biggest challenges you're facing, thus, areas of opportunity looking ahead in deploying smart factory advancements within your facilities around the world?
Well, the first one is that nobody wants to hear. It's data quality. If you have bad data quality, it's very difficult to become successful. So you have to invest in cleaning up your data. That's very, very important. For us at AGCO, an additional challenge is that we have grown a lot through acquisition. That means we have very different processes at various sites. So I mentioned Italy. A site in Italy may have a very different process from a site in North America. Those processes have to be harmonized in order to make this global application of a tool feasible. So that's a little bit of a challenge, because when you go to the sites and you say, oh, by the way, we have to change our process. Oh, yeah, we have to. Everybody else has to do it the same way we do. And you hear that at every site, obviously. So that is quite an effort that we have to undertake. And of course, then also making good selection when it comes to digital tools. There is a lot out in the market. A lot of it looks very shiny, looks very interesting, but you have to really take a very close look if that is really offering you the advantages that you need for your particular operation. We are also very big in lean. So when we look at new applications, for new tools, we always do that under lean aspect.